That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Guys, it's Dave Mo Flips, just jumping into this other auction right here. This is a different type of auction from CarMax. Let me lower this guy a little bit here. So real quick, let's just get into this, okay? On the right hand, you're going to see... So this is different, okay? So here's what I want you guys to notice. You're still bidding on this 2006, top left, 2006 Ford Escape, but you're looking here, and that's an 08 Mazda Tribute. It's down here, and it's blacked out. But you need to understand, you're not bidding on that car. So now, you see how the Mazda's up here? Up here, it says to the left. I gotta apologize because you guys aren't here and see what I'm pointing at. So right now you're bidding on a 2008 Mazda Tribute. On the left hand side, F11. To the right hand side, it's gonna say run 11. That's the car you're bidding on, okay? So below it is the car that's gonna come up next. Here in green, in the middle of the screen, is the bid. Those are your announcements if there was an announcement. Auction messages below that. Above that, you have your lights. Red light, which means something, something's wrong with it. Blue light, meaning the title won't come in for 30 days. There is a green light and there is a yellow light, just not on these vehicles. So, what I'll do is I'll have my tabs open on the top, and if I wanted to see something else, I'll just click it and I'll see what's running. So as you can see, this is only for this lane. You could have multiple lanes open, but just for the sake of this recording, I'm going to leave it with just one lane. I just want you guys to get a feel for different types of online auctions, okay? Similar to the CarMax one, I'm just going to let this one run. I'm not going to let it run the whole time. I'm just going to let it run through this lane. Anything that I see that pops out, I will do my best to show you. As you can see, they just announced a yellow light, and now they made it a green light. Green light means it just has some sort of warranty, whether it's 24-hour, ride and drive, or 7-day. It all depends on what it is. It should be coming up here on the announcement, but they're not doing it. So without further ado, let's just get into this auction and see what we have going on. Okay, guys?
What's it take? 53, 53, 53. You're 52, I'll ask you.
Again, don't be fooled. You're not bidding on that Charger. Challenger, sorry. Now you're bidding on it. And you got to also know, you'll notice it just started out with like 600, 700, 800. You have to know that number was in the 10,000s or 9,000. So if you would have hit it, it would have, even though it wasn't there, and you could have probably arbitrated to get out of it, but you got to have some sort of sense. You have to know a Challenger with 61,000 miles, even with a blown motor, is not going to sell for under, $5,000. And again, like I said, I hope to eventually be able to go live and have you guys sitting here with me and having a chat going back and forth. So it'll be a lot cooler. And you could see in the photo where the car is moving, there's another lane in the background running. At this particular auction, there's probably three or four lanes going at one time. And you'll notice if you watch the crowd, you'll see dealers running from one lane to the next, just looking to steal that deal. Because the deals are made in the lane. I'm going to say it again. The deals are made in the lane. When you get good enough at knowing what cars are going to sell for in the lane and what they're going to sell for retail without having to look it up, you are that much better than anyone else who cannot do that. Trust me when I tell you. So this is a GT. I don't think that's a bad price. Well, one thing that I'm not noticing is the transmission. If you guys see it, leave me a comment below. And honestly, in the comments, hit me up. Tell me, F15 way overpriced, F15 super low. I want to see where you guys are coming at with it. You know what I mean? Because to me, I think that person overpaid for that particular vehicle. But you know what? Like I always say, if you can get that, God bless you. So if that's a good running car, guys, that's entry level buy here, pay here. You'll get your $1,000 down. You'll probably only be out maybe $100 or $200 plus your fees, and you put that thing in the street as long as it runs and drives good. A lot of dealers that have nice buy here, pay here's started out with vehicles similar to that. And when I say similar to that, I mean the price. Same thing here. Look at the price. And you notice there's an announcement now. Unibody damage.
13 mile per guy. Good years over the mile. But here, I'm going to go grand. 12,000. I'm 11 here to 10. 10 to be 10. 10. I'm going to take it to be 10. 10. 10. 10. 9 grand. 9,000. 8 grand. 8 grand. 75. 75. 5. 5. 7,500. 7,600. 7,700 here. And $7,700 today. $7,800 today. $7,800 last call. $7,700 today. $7,700.
So keep an eye on the car. You guys are going to start to notice this guy. No, he's not doing it. All right, you see the guy with the green? He just stuck his hand in the window. That's the auctioneer, though. You're going to notice people walking up, sticking their hands in the auction. For those of you that haven't actually been to an auction before, what they're doing is they're checking to see if the AC is cold. When they're looking in, chances are they're looking to see the temperature gauge. Because some of these guys are buying, like myself, like I buy cars in the lane. So I can hear the engine, so I know if it's got a knock or not. You could feel if it's got air conditioning, and you could look at the temperature gauge to make sure it's not overheating. If it's overheating in the lane, you don't want it. Unless you're looking to do a motor swap.
She said, sold it on number 148, 148. Okay, here, 220. Here. I'll possibly your body. Here, 3 grand, 2 grand, 2, 1,000, 1,100 to bill. 1,100 here, 1,100 to bill, 112, 113, gonna be 13, 13, 14, and 14, 1,500, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,700 to bill, and 1,700, 18, 19, 2 grand, 2, gonna be 2 here, 19, 2, and the gonna be 2, gonna be 2, 120, 100, 22, down 22, 2, down 20, 100, as she said, so the number, lucky number is number 95, bidder 95, and number 22.
I would normally say that was a pretty good deal, but there's no way to know for sure if that transmission's good or not. So when you're bidding online, what you want to do is look at the auctioneer, not the guy standing at the podium, but the guy with the green. All right. A lot of times what's going to happen here is the auctioneer is going to try to raise the price without actually having someone bidding. So you kind of want to watch the guy with the green. If he points at someone, there could be a good possibility that there really is someone in the lane bidding. So the big thing here versus CarMax is you could actually see this. As we're CarMax, they're just, you're only seeing photos of the car.
$1,000, sold $1,000 number is lucky number Look at number 82, number 82, number 24, 06 on her guys and all the rings of here, number 25, and 2500 on the 5, and 25 on the 2, and 2, 1500 to bill, and 1500 to bill, and 1,000, and 1,000, and 1,000, and 1,100, and here 1,100 to bill, 1,000, 1,100 to bill, 12, 1,200 to 12, and 13, and 13, and 13, and 13, and 13, can't see it, sir, 13, and 13, 13, 14, and 15, and 16, 17, 17, 1700 on here, and 16, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, and then like a $1,600 sold it over there, 82 bid number 82, number 26, is a no full model here, I'm on the model here, guys, Unibody, here down 3 grand, and 3 grand Lexus down 2 grand, $1,500 a bid, and 1,500 on the 15, 1,500 a bid, and 1,000, and 1,000, and 1,000, and 1,000, and $500, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, $1,000, and 1,000, 1,100, and here 1,100 bid, and the NASCAR 1,100 bid, and 1,200, and 12, and 200, and 12, 1,100 on this, so number 135, 6, 136, and 136. We're here, 136, I'm here. We're here, here, number 30, I'm on the 50 mile here, guys. I'm on here, down, a good year, that's over the miles. I got you the green on here. I'm in the 5 grand. We have 5,000 and then a shorty, but then the 5 grand, and then the 5,000 and then 400 and then 424 and then 35, 35 and then 5, 3 and then 2, 1 and 2,100 and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5 and then 6 and then 7, 27, 7 bid. 28, and then 8, 9, and then 3 grand, 3,001, and 3,100 on the 1, and 30, and then yes, and then 31, 2, now 32, 3, 3,300 bid, and 33, and then 33, and then 33, 32, 3, 33, 3,200 phone call, 3,200 phone call, 240, number 31, 31 here, guys, I'm gonna frame damage here, guys, having a good year, miles on the green yellow.
So because it's on screen recording and it's only a certain area, and I'll try to set it up for you guys at the end of this video, and I'll show you how you could have it where you can see you can have this. Let me show you where you could have this going. So what are we at right now? I just seen this thing didn't go. So this Lexus with the mileage wasn't so bad, right? So you come over here and you can quickly scroll through here. You're looking for body damage, which clearly you could see there's some right here. But again, you know, with those two photos, it would be hard to tell if you're just scrolling through quickly. I don't think that was anything too bad given the mileage. But usually what I'll do is I'll have this open. I'll have it split screen. So I'll have this side, the left over here, the auction, and the right, the run. And where I'm looking at, I have a 55-inch monitor just for this. So I could have a bunch of auction lanes going, and underneath them, I could have this flowing. So it's multiple windows open. So right now, what I'd be doing is, because I'm doing this, I was, okay, I'm interested in that car, quickly flipping back, or looking over here on the right-hand side, seeing what's coming up next. If it's something I really want, I'll just double back. And if it's something that's a really good deal, you know, just boom, hit it. Now, what I just did over there, I don't even like to hover over that bid unless I'm ready to bid. Too far. Take 16.5 to call. 16.5 to call. 15.5 won't get close. I appreciate you though. You never know how you look till you get your picture taken, but I bet you do. Here, number 36. I'm from 40 on her guy. I can hear So again, let's just look at it. Like, say I didn't want that particular car that's running through there, and I'm interested in this Altima though, right? So right now what I'll do is I'll come over here, I'll click my other window, and I'll look at the Altima, just like I did before, and I'll look at it. So down here you have all the information, including the transmission. I don't have it enough for you guys to see, but it shows you the options, which is all brought up from the VIN. And again, you can see some of the photos. So you could look, but it doesn't tell you. This is not ACV, fellas. This is not ACV. It is not green light. This is real deal auction. This is it right here. This is where the money is made, in my opinion. You know, ACV is excellent for the newbies because you have that cushion of the green light. But this right here, being out here at an auction, this is the money to me. Learn the auctions. Learn them. Learn your prices. And for the love of God, if you're paying for someone to teach you this stuff, stop. Just get out there. Even I'll tell you this, when I first got started, I used to go to the auction with no money in my pocket, just with my workbook, and just put down what I would pay for the cars. You know, like the guys that bet the horses, and they have like fake money, and they bet the horses, and they keep a tally of if they won or lost, blah, 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 blah. That's how I am with the cars. I'll keep a workbook, and I'm like, okay, boom, I would spend, you know, that's a Civic SI, a 2012 SI, right? So let's just say, okay, boom, I want to spend $8,000 on that. I think I could sell it for 13. I want to know exactly what it's going to sell for right now. So I'm watching to see what it's going to sell for, right? Again, I just arbitrarily threw numbers out there. Says SI over here. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. Anyway, so I'd be watching this car. Oh, I would have won that. You know, I could have sold it for this. Boom, 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 and that's how I know. So next time I come, I'm just taking and I'm absorbing it all, and I'm kicking myself in the ass for not bidding on certain cars that have gone through. I'm like, damn. And I'll even go walk the lot and look at the cars that I didn't even buy. Turn it on, listen to it, put it in gear. Yeah, I know I'm not the owner, but damn, I just want to check it out. Ain't no one gonna say nothing to you.
All of red light. Structural damage.
It's working. You're doing good.
I forgot to add an extra row to put my headers to my table, so that when I do legends, it comes up labeled.
Okay.
But I didn't add a row, and for some reason.
Can you just add the row, like right click, add it row?
Right click, right?
Yeah. You got to do it from the row though.
I couldn't remember how to do it.
So if you right click, it'll say insert and it'll always go above. So if you want to do like number 11, click 11 and then it'll go to 10. Your new one will go to 10. Sorry guys, just help my daughter do a little bit of homework while we're watching the auction here.
Oh, I got it.
There you go. You're welcome. So this Volvo, this was something I kind of was looking at. I mean, I don't really know. Where is it? So I went through it. I like it for under 1,000, considering I'm totally gambling on it. So let's see if they'll drop it. Oh no, that's the Murano. So again, you see how I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to come up here and look up here and see what you're bidding on. So we know that's not up yet. So if this thing's got like 180 on the clock. It's definitely got some mileage. I don't know if it'll click back over. It won't. So we'll see. Damn, they trying to get all the money for this thing. They're gonna no sell it. What they should have did was drop it to 500, got some action on it, and they probably would have went over 1,000. Worst case scenario, they end up with the same no sale situation that they have. If I was the seller Superior Auto Source, and you can see it right up here, I'd be like, yo, you should have dropped that shit to 500 and see where it ends up, because once you get someone on the if, you can at least negotiate back and forth. I'm going to tell you this right now. Hondas, they bring all the money at this auction. Of course, this is going to prove me wrong, right? Mother... That'd be 1,000 to call. 1,000 for a call. 1,000 for a call? Yes? $1,000 phone call. What's your number? 149?
109, 109. We're here. Number 48. You're going from under her guys.
Damn.
Look at your minutes over the miles. Here. 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 5 grand. Unibody. 5 grand. 4 grand. 3. 3, 2, 1. Then 2100 over the one. 2100 bit. 2 grand. 2100 bit. 1. 2 grand. 2100 over the one.
See, I wish we were doing this live so you guys could say, hey, show me that Honda Civic. Hey, show me that RX 330. You know, and we could look at it, and you guys could actually be like, we could be over here right now on this screen, and right on the right-hand side, we keep the chat window open, and we could be saying, oh, you know, I'd put 1,200 on that car. I'd do this, I'd do that. Because I'd love to hear where you guys are at with it. You know what I mean? Like, I know where I'm at with it. But this is really, I'm doing this straight up and down for you guys, man. For speaking of which, hit that subscribe button. If you're still watching, it don't cost you nothing. Knowledge is free and you can't even pay attention. What's wrong with you? Hit subscribe. Civics, man. I do really well with them. Really well with Civics. So for my dollar menu crew, these cars you see here go for under 1,000. For me, there was a time in this game, if it went for under 1,000, I'd just buy it. Boom, 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 boom. And I'd sit and I'd buy 10 cars like it was no big deal. Have them all shipped over. And yeah, I would lose a little something per car, but overall, the take for the day, I was doing okay.
I'm looking for 21. I don't know why you think I'm going to take less. What I got? 2 grand. 1. No, 21.
Because the guy's offering him less because he doesn't think 21 is a real number. And which it probably wasn't. Trailblazer's been bringing the money, man. You see, again, back in the day, I just bid already. Like, it's no problem. I mean, come on, you can't risk $600? Let's look at it. Let's see. So the back wheels are spare. Body looks straight. Same picture. Body looks straight. The hood's got some love. 2 wheels. Again, body straight. Oh, we got some love back here.
26 to call.
Let's see what else.
26 to call. 26 on 179 phone call.
I'd like to see the back to see if the tire's in it, but it's probably not going to show us. Nonetheless, if you won this car for $600, that little SUV, you're telling me that you can't off that for $1,500, a running and driving car? Keep in mind, you only spent $800 on it, probably with the fees, you know, about $800. So come on, man.
Number 112, 55. What's their number here, guys? About bigs and here, here, the 4, 5, and 500 to be able to 500 to be able to 500 to 5, 600, going to be 600 now, going to be $600, and so give me 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, $800 to 8, 9, 1,000.
Pretty much any pickup truck running and driving is worth $15,2 grand, in my opinion. You know, you either have really nice ones or work. Either way, it's gonna sell. My opinion. Leave me a comment in the comment section. That sounded dumb, but let me tell me what you think. And I'm saying any running and driving pickup truck, regardless of the body. I mean, to a certain degree. Let's be honest. You either have a work truck or a good truck. When I say good truck, I mean nice truck. Because a work truck is my favorite truck. Anything you can put in the street and make money, that's good money. It's a good vehicle. 1,600 phone call. 1,600 phone call. And again, like I said, we used to have, 4, 5, 6 lanes open on one time, and it didn't matter. We were so quick with it. I wasn't recording. I wasn't doing anything, so I was just hyper focused on it, and it was like boom, 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 and I could look at the pictures real quick, boom, 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 put my bid and move on. And it didn't matter if I won or lost. To be honest with you, at the end of the auction, I didn't even know how many I won. I would have to go to my purchases to see what I got. And again, you have to know your limits. If you're sitting around with 10 grand, you'll know what you're spending. Sitting around, same thing, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever number you got, you'll know. So that looks like another CRV. That doesn't look like either one of these two cars on the right-hand side. Let's see. Sometimes it'll be out of. So you had this one. I thought that one ran through already. So here's how we'll find this car. It's going to tell you right now the run. Look, salvaged.
It's okay. 258s and 04 model, $3,000. There you go.
$3,000.
Salvage, loss, rebuildable, rebuild. Here, down $2,000. $2,000 here. $50 here. $50 bid. And $50 $1,000 and $1,000 $1,000 bid. $100 bid.
$258. So you see how the hood is open, guys? That thing's gonna need an alternator. The reason why they got the hood open is they got a jump box on that car, and that jump box is powering it to get through. So the battery's dead, and the alternator probably doesn't have enough life left to keep it going. So you want to learn things like that. And again, if you guys already know, keep in mind some of us that are watching the channel, they're not, as seasoned as some of us may be. So again, some of the things that we take for granted that everyone would know, some people don't know. So, stating the obvious may not be so obvious to all of us. Yeah, any tips you guys have, leave them in the comments, man. We're doing this thing together, you know what I mean? Don't be one of those guys, oh, I'm going to keep this for myself. Oh, I'm not going to let no one know. Oh, I'm going to charge you for a class. Nah, man. If that's how you are, you don't belong here. Even right now, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I said it before, I'll say it again. I'm learning. Like right now, I'm studying these cars going through this lane. I'm paying attention. You know what I mean? Like I'm writing stuff down. I'm keeping it to myself, so I can learn to be, what's going on at the auction. So this to me isn't just showing you guys. This is helping me out as well. They'll do a lot of if sales at this location. And for those of you guys that don't know what if is just what it means. It means if the seller takes the price that you offer, they'll sell it. Chances are they're going to come back with you with another number trying to get at you. But I don't remember if I showed you guys the Saab that I purchased last week at this auction. But my high bid was 11 and they actually accepted it at 11. But I also had 3 if bids, so out of 3 they only took 1.
Number 82, number 70, 15 model here, guys. Here, down the Gears, over the mile, altered suspension here. I'm another 15 grand, another green, on green, yellow, 15, 14, 13,
nice.
12 here, 10, 2,
very nice.
10, 2, take it around 2 man, 2, 2 bid.
It feels good, right?
1,200, 2 man, 2, down 2,200 bid. 10, 2, 2 man, 2, 2, 2 man, 2, 2 bid, 10, 2 bid, 2 grand, here, 2 man, 10, 2, 14 grand, 71, 70 model here, Goodyear.
They're gonna show you the next step, stuff like that.
But now that I actually have my data to put in and then setting everything up and making my own chart.
It's cool, right? You do a lot with that, with business, especially with the cars. You can track out every car, you can see the profit in each one, and this way you can pinpoint which cars are better to target. You know what I mean?
I even know how to do formulas too.
See? It's invaluable.
don't get do, don't get do. Takes 3 grand. Number 74, over 1 here, guys, and non bigs and here, here, Riddles on here, 2 grand, and 2 grand, 400, 500.
She's fine.
5, 600, now 700 a bit, and 700, and 800, and 800, and 900, and $1,000, and $1,000,
and again, guys, you want to look at the seller. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know this seller. So these are all probably going to be independent dealers. You know, like you don't see Lexus of Tampa Bay. You know.
Is a 14-mile here, guy. Good year, 200 miles. CMC here, guys. Here it is. 10 man, 10. 2 man, 10.
One of the bad things about watching the auction too is you don't know if it's a pusher. You have to really pay attention to the back of the car to see if someone's pushing it, or sometimes they'll come in with a machine, or they'll have a car with a tire in between pushing it through the lane, and you won't know because you're thinking that other car is just on its ass, when in fact it's on its ass pushing it through the auction. So I haven't seen one yet, but again, it's something to be mindful of.
Number 92, 06 model here, guys,
I've actually done good with these little SUVs in the past, these little Subaru jump-offs.
92 is an 06. Let me get you 20 on the roads here. 25, scare me, 2,500, 2 grand, 1,500 bid down the bid. Yep, 500, 600 a bid. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 800 over the day, 8, 9, 1,000, 1,100 a bid, here, $100 bid, $100. You never bid, another bid, and then I get 1,000 phone call. Number is number 2, 5,
Pickup Nation. Isn't there like another YouTuber that goes by The Nation or something like that? What are they called? Like, I don't know. So it's something Nation. It's not their YouTube channel, but that's how they dub it. I forget.
5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 800 up the 8, 9, 9,000, 1,011, 1,100. That's called 112, 100, 12, last call, give me 12, 12 here, 12 here, $1,100, phone call, 1,100 phone call, phone call to number 201, 201. I have another 95. What's up, mother here, guys? Here, yes, sir. Here, Riddles on your guys, Riddles on your guys, 332, 1,500. Yeah, 500 to be able to 5, 600, 500, 600 to be able to 5, 600, and 5, 600 to be able to 500, get 600, 500, get 607, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 800, 800, 800, yes, yes, $800, and 9, good night, get 800 phone call, no phone call, takes 3 grand. Okay,
3 grand, they're way off.
3 grand, 2 grand, 4, 5, upside, 500, 600, I'm at 5, 6, give me 600 now, 600, I'm at 500, give me 600, 500, give me 600, 600, and 6, I'm at 500, give me 600, I'm at 500, 600, I'm at 500, 600, 5, 6, 600, I'm at okay, dude, calls up here, number 96, 07 model, here, 96 now, 3 grand, 3, 2 grand, 2, $1,000, 1,000, 4, 5, yep, 500 to be able, 500 to be able, 500,
Oh, gamble.
Nope,
Nope, so they didn't take it.
Here, 100, here. Riddles on here, guys. I'm in at 4, 5. Yeah, 500.
Yeah, that's gonna bring a lot of money. What?
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 18, 19, 19, 2 grand, 2, 1, 2,200, 1, 2, and 21, 2, 2,200, 2, 3, 2,300, 3, 3, 4, 24, 5, 20, 5, here, 5, and 4, 5. I got 24 in the lane, 2,500, now 6, and 2,600, and I'm in a 7 to be 2,700,
See if there's any cars left after this one.
3 grand, 1, and
We're kind of at the end here. We'll jump to the twos.
31, not 2, and 3,200, 35, 6, and 35.
I don't remember a few of these cars running through. I would have hit this one.
4,000 phone call, number 84, bidder 84, number 101, 01 model here, against the dollar bigs here, and then the 3 grand, 3, 2, 1,000, and 1,000, and 1,000, $500, 4, 5, yep, 5, 6, 600,
So what I just did is I just put a proxy on that R32. I don't know what happened to it, so I just think $1,500 for that thing is gonna be alright. I don't think I'll get it for that price. When I'm putting in proxies and stuff like that, I kind of lowball them.
Sold 207. Sold it 207.
Alright, guys, so that's the end of the lane. You don't see any more cars coming through. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment below. Tell me what deals you thought were great. Tell me what you think was highway robbery. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And that's it. We're out of here.
That's my best friend.